Get up. You try to move your limbs and feel yourself slide across jagged rubble. Your temples pound, and a sharp pain radiates through your left arm. All you want to do is close your eyes until the searing stops. But as a hissing sound from somewhere behind you grows louder, the world flashes white, and you remember where you are. Get up, or you're going to die. The memories whip through your mind at lightning speed. You followed the Millennial Group's hoverplane to Ace's High Casino, the Splice Circle's temporary base of operations. Then you hid and watched as Rebellion barked orders, splitting the team into separate missions. Rebellion, Monk, and Fistful went after Madame Vice and her generals. The Diva and Jury went to disable the pool killers. Black Magic and Processor went to rescue Static. Then you broke into the back of the building before the Millennial Group could, hoping to rescue Static first. But when you finally found the cell block in the basement below the VIP lounge, Black Magic and Processor were already untying Static. That's when the room twisted and crumbled around you, thick with light. Now as you come to, these memories blur together into one thought. Whatever hits you must be coming to finish you off. So what do? Go defensive, go offensive, or wait? Okay, we have more power than we have health. We've lost both of each here. Starting into this chapter, let's go offensive. You stretch out your arms and spin super fast. As winds begin to rip away from your body, your hands generate a fury of twisting outward blasts. Coming to a stop, you see the immediate area around you has been cleared. You look across the ground and see the remnants of a rocket launcher explosion. The limp bodies of Static, Processor, and Black Magic lie between mounds of rubble and splintered slot machines. You zero in on Black Magic. You can't tell if she is breathing. You're about to rush to her side when a shriek pierces the air. You twist around quickly to find Lolly. Lolly? The Splice Circle's most infamous general. Jutting out of her shoulders are twisted antlers, which she has covered with rhinestones to match her crisp white hair. Bedazzled as they may be, those antlers still look deadly. I really need to stab something, Lolly says, licking her lips. Then Lolly launches at you. You quickly sidestep her tackle, but her right antler grazes your arm, slicing it open. As Lolly lands, she wails with pleasure. Your shot drops. You had heard rumors that her antler shoulders doubled as an erogenous zone, but you never thought it could be true. No wonder she likes stabbing people so much. You don't have time to contemplate that gruesome fact, though, as Lolly bucks her head and winds up for another attack. How do you retaliate? Well, we're an offensive sort. We like to go hands-on. Let's suit up with energy armor and fight her. You haven't tried this move before, but you figure you can use your energy shield like a battle suit if you contour it to your body. So that's exactly what you do, making sure the tips of your knuckles are ridged with spikes. As Lolly charges you again, you slam your energy fist down onto her back. She hits the ground and you step back to wind up for another blow. But before you can strike, Lolly bounces to her feet and pulls out a miniature rocket launcher. Welp, I suppose that's where the rocket launcher blast came from, guys. You have zero time to react before she fires at you point blank. With nothing else to do but brace yourself, you scream as the rocket explodes against your armor. Your shields drop from the strain, allowing Lolly to jerk her shoulder, causing her twisted jewel antler to pierce your arm and pin you to the wall. As you feel your arm start to bleed, Lolly moans loudly. You need to find a way to free yourself while she is distracted, but the edges of your vision have already begun to blur. No, not like this. You can't go down this way. I could try and supercharge it. Let's just outright generate an energy bomb. You're about to launch your attack when, without warning, something crashes through the wall behind Lolly. You can feel Lolly's antler slide out of your arm, and ignoring the pain, you quickly roll to escape her reach. Across the room, Rebellion tumbles to his feet, chunks of debris sticking out of his skin. He strides forward and brushes himself off. Someone just put him through a wall, and he's not even batting an eye. Lolly turns towards Rebellion and cries, "Yes! Stabbing you is going to be the best!" She doesn't finish, though, as Rebellion punches her across the face. Decimated, Lolly crumbles to the ground. "So you decided to follow us here, even though I told you not to?" Rebellion says, staring you down. All you can manage is a nod. "Revive Black Magic and follow me," Rebellion says to you, as he runs back through the hole in the wall. You can't help but smile. That's why he's the best. You fly to Black Magic's side and put your ear to her lips. Thankfully, she's still breathing, but just barely. The initial explosion from Lolly's entrance must have hit her hardest. You need to heal Black Magic with your energy power, so you take her hand. You can't afford to give up too much power. You decide on the minimum level that will revive her. 15. As you pour life energy into Black Magic, it feels like you're lying on a bed of needles. Then one thought rings in your mind like an alarm. I'm so lonely. Someone take care of me, please. The burden is too much. Suddenly, Black Magic's eyes flutter open and the thought fades. Wait, that thought wasn't yours. It was Black Magic's. You look down at her and brush a strand of hair away from her face. She's so beautiful, it makes you ache someplace deep in your chest. Black Magic looks up at you, and for a moment the world drains away. She seems so vulnerable. How could you not have seen it before? Just couldn't help yourself, huh? Black Magic whispers, your eyes locked together. Well, kiss her. You lean down and pull Black Magic's face up to meet yours, and then you kiss her. As your lips meet, something stirs inside of you, something you haven't ever really felt before. It feels like fireworks. Yeah, sure, if that's how you want to describe it. But as another explosion rocks the room, you remember there's a whole different kind of fireworks going on all around you. You break apart from Black Magic. This is insanity. We need to get back in the game, Black Magic says, hopping to her feet. Are you good to go? That's a very good question. Your power level is down to 60 and your health level's at 60. Let's keep them even. Don't recharge. Good to go, you say. You hope these will be high enough to survive the rest of this fight, knowing that if either of them drops too low, you'll die on the spot. You and Black Magic run into the casino lobby to find Rebellion facing off against Madame Vice. Surrounding her are dozens of guards, all firing at Rebellion. The ground is strewn with destruction, bodies splayed everywhere. You can make out some splice generals and group members amidst the chaos. Then out of nowhere, a deranged-looking crocodile woman comes bounding at Rebellion. You help Rebellion! You shut up, Black Magic. I'll handle Vice. Before you can attack Madame Vice, she pulls out a nasty-looking gun and tries to catch your gaze. You close your eyes to avoid being hypno-seduced again, so you have to dodge her blast blindly. Which way do you go? Let's go right. Right makes might. Yes, that's exactly how the saying goes. You swerve and feel a particle beam rip into your thigh, causing you to howl with pain. Looks like you dodged the wrong way. Luckily for you, Vice is a lousy shot. Otherwise, you might have suffered far worse than a health drop. Welp. I don't feel like flying at her directly. That seems like a terrible idea, given her gaze powers and her gun. Let's use an energy-based attack. Before Madame Vice can fire again, you fire off a fast energy blast that connects with her gun. As it explodes with particle energy, Madame Vice screams in pain and falls to the floor. You then turn to help Rebellion and Black Magic, but they've already put down the Croc Lady and all of the guards. So this is what it's like to fight in the big leagues, huh? That was way tougher than any of us expected. We really needed all hands on deck there, Rebellion says. Good thing you crashed a little party, the inevitable. Impressive work. As battered and exhausted as you are right now, you still feel invincible. You not only successfully infiltrated the Millennial Group's mission, but you also helped finish it for them. Rebellion just said you were impressive. Now that is awesome. Even better, it appears you have just effectively shut down the Splice Circle, which will do more good for the Fringes than you can begin to imagine. You'd pinch yourself if you weren't already highly worried about your drooping health level. You really should spring for the health power low-level warding function for your Mead chip sometime soon. I mean, I just have the show stats button. I mean, come on. Rebellion said I was impressive. I helped them finish their mission. Yeah. We appear to just shut down the Splice Circle. Get wrecked, kid! I'm going to check that all group members are alright, Rebellion says. You two make sure Vice and the rest of her goons are detained. As Rebellion gets to it, Black Magic waves her hands and mutters, Cases metal? Immediately, metal cages begin to erect themselves around the unconscious bodies of the Splice Circle. Slugger, you think. Is there anything Black Magic's power won't allow her to do? I can help, you say, stepping forward. I got this, the inevitable, Black Magic says, moving in front of you. You've already done more than enough for me tonight. As Black Magic keeps erecting containment cages, you can't help but detect the edge in her voice. She must not be very used to being vulnerable. Don't let Black Magic push me away. The moment Black Magic finishes with the cages, you grab her shoulders and spin her around. What the? You wrap your arms around Black Magic and pull her into a tight hug. Black Magic stays tense for a few moments, but then you feel her body press into yours. Oh, Well, look at this. The ineffable and black magic sitting in a tree, Madame Vice says, gripping her battle wounds. I can't imagine a more repulsively pathetic pair. Says the witch about to spend the rest of her life in jail, Black Magic snarls, hatred burning in her eyes. Don't think I forgot for 1 second what you made me do all those years ago. Oh dear, little Black Magic, no one ever forgets, Madame Vice says, smiling. Or don't you know, what goes around comes around. You've had your revenge today, but I'll have mine another. Madame Vice then turns to you, the cruelty in her voice doubling. And as for you, the ineffable, there's a rather wicked lady out there coming for you. I wouldn't want to be in your boots, oh no, I wouldn't. What on earth is that supposed to... You start, but are interrupted as Jury comes running into the room. I'm here! What do you need me to... But Jury stops in his tracks as he sees the finished battle. Did you enjoy your nap while the grown-ups wrap things up? Black Magic stifles a chuckle and Jury glares at you, his hands curling into fists. I'm going to make you eat those words. I'd like to see you try, you say, smiling wildly. Jury opens his mouth to fire back, but before he can, Madame Vice lets out a blood-curdling scream. You, Black Magic, and Jury all spin to find Madame Vice's body limp in the cage, her limbs splayed open. Blood trickles down her ample chest from a gaping slash across her throat. What? Black Magic gasps. We only turned around for a second. Who could have... But Black Magic doesn't have to finish, as her eyes travel up to Madame Vice's face, where the letter S is burned into her forehead. Next chapter, whisked away. So our power and health both got thoroughly wrecked there. Unfortunately, I decided to go right. I wonder if that one's always predetermined. That'd be interesting to know. That one's like always preordained, that going right's a terrible idea. I mean, dodging blind sounds like a terrible idea, but I suppose being locked into hypnogaze is worse. That's not the first time we've defeated Madame Vice either. We are 2-0 against her, and she won't have an ability to rectify the score, courtesy of the fact that she appears to now be dead. We've also increased our relationship with Black Magic. Yay! We kissed her, and then we revived her, and then we wouldn't let her push us away. It's beautiful, and our legend has gone up to a whopping 29, which equals the amount of relationship value we have with the Millennial Group. We are still a fame monster, a vigilante. We prefer offense over defense, and we are most assuredly a soloist. We're here because we didn't want the case stolen from us. And also, hell, someone had to save Black Magic. Might as well be me. Next time, suppose we go to another chapter. Hopefully I recover my power and health before we get into another combat situation, because, I look a little rough. I could be faring better. Not gonna lie. Why would I lie about that? Stupid pithy statements. Get out of my language.